Hi, and welcome to another episode of Superpower Yoga. We're filming today in my hometown, Columbus, Ohio, where we're staying for the time being. And this is Whetstone Park, a park I used to come to growing up. And yeah, we have another good workout in store for you.
Okay, let's get to it. So just come to a seated position. Close your eyes. And just begin to bring attention to your breath. How long are your inhales and your exhales? And can you intentionally begin to lengthen them very slightly as you breathe? Sounds around you are just part of the experience. The chatter in your mind is part of the way your mind works, and just notice it and allow it to be there. And slowly it will fade into the background. Inhale deeply and exhale completely. Inhale deeply and exhale completely. You can just slowly open your eyes, keeping that nice peaceful stillness inside, and just start to make some gentle circles with the body. Exploring the way that your muscles and your body feels today. Making note of any particular places that feel any sort of way. Good, bad, strained, stressed, pulled, relaxed. And just stop that rotation and begin to rotate in the opposite direction. Come back to center and place your hands on the ground and just walk them gently forward in front of you. And slowly back. Well, whichever way your legs are oriented, switch the fold of your legs and just begin to rotate again. Doesn't matter which way, just do the other side when we change. And back the other way. Maybe bringing attention to why your muscles feel the way they do. Are you jogging and your hamstrings are sore? Are you standing more or sitting more, maybe because a lot of us are stuck at home? Maybe that's making you feel a certain way. Try to bring attention to that and use that attention as we stretch those muscles out as we continue. So come back to center again and walk the hands out front. Slowly bending forward, nice and gentle. And walk the hands back slowly. And let's place the right hand on the ground. Inhale the left arm up and over. Exhale, float the left hand down. Inhale, right arm up and over. Exhale, switch. And again, just going at your own pace, at your own breath. Inhaling up and over, exhaling as you stretch. And inhale, both hands to meet at the center above your head. Exhale, hands through heart center. And let's make our way to a tabletop. And start with some cat-cow as we do. Inhale to flex the spine, gaze up. Exhale to push the ground away. Mix those up. Inhale to extend the spine as you gaze up. And as you exhale, bring your navel to the spine. That's your spinal flexion. Inhale to extend. And exhale to flex. Come back to neutral and let's pick up the right leg and make some circles. And reverse those circles. And place the knee back down. Other side, left side, lift the knee up, make some nice big circles. Doesn't matter which way, just remember which way you're going to switch. And reverse, opening up that hip joint. And place the leg down. Let's just come up into our downward facing. Settling in here. About 5 breaths to settle in, whether you're raising your heels and settling in, maybe stretching one leg and bending the other knee back and forth, or just settling into the pose as you like. Making sure you have nice wide spread fingers, allowing the ground to support you, spreading those fingers wide and toes wide, maximizing the surface area on the ground, allowing for lots of support. And on an inhale, come forward to plank and hold here. Exhale, lower all the way down to your belly as slowly as possible. Inhale, cobra. And exhale, child's pose. Push back up into downward facing dog. Inhale forward to plank and hold. Nice strong plank. Pressing the hands, widening your hands as your support system on the ground. Tightening the abs, keeping the back nice, long, flat without slumping into your lower back or your shoulders. Stay nice and strong in a big, strong plank. You can lower down if you need to, but I challenge you to hold along with us. And exhale, lower as slowly as possible down. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, child's pose. And let's take the right hand and just thread it through, starting with a gentle twist here. Noticing your breath. Does it change after holding those planks? And maybe this is a good time to focus on bringing your Ujjayi breath into play. Come back to center. And thread the left arm through. Ujjayi breath being your oceanic breath in and out of the nose. You can feel and hear the sound in the back of your throat. Come back to center, bow once more to child's pose, and press up into downward facing dog. One more time, forward to plank and hold. One more inhale. Exhale, lower down as slowly as you can. This time, bring your arms forward underneath your shoulders. Measure your elbow width with the fingertips. Place the hands flat and come into Sphinx pose. Really allowing the lower back to lengthen. Breathing into that spinal extension, feeling the muscles on either side of your spine sliding very long. And from here, tuck your toes, ground your forearms into the ground and your palms into the ground. And bring your hips up into a forearm plank, holding here. Ooh, that one's a little different. I'm already wobbling. And release back down. You can push back child's pose for a moment. And back into downward facing dog. Slowly walk the feet towards the hands, coming into a forward fold at the top of your mat. I'm just a little back for the camera angle. Let your knees soften and dangle in your forward fold. Maybe swinging the arms back and forth or grasping elbows, swing. Knees soft, bobbing a little bit, finding a comfortable place in your first forward fold here. Inhale, halfway lift with a flat back. And exhale, fold again. Soften your knees and roll up to stand, one vertebrae at a time. Slowly coming up to a standing position. Tadasana. Feet wide, toes wide, feeling the ground, palms facing forward. Nice tall spine and your head just barely floating above it like it weighs nothing at all. How are those muscles feeling now that you identified earlier? Inhale, arms overhead, gazing up at the palms. Exhale, hands through prayer, fold over the legs. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step or float back. Lower down, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale the right leg high. Exhale, bring your knee to your nose. Place the foot between the hands. Let's bring the back knee down. Rise up. Anjaneyasana, crescent lunge. Toes tucked or flat on your rear foot. Arms near the ears or in prayer above the head, whatever's comfortable. And find the degree of comfort in your back bend. This is great degree of variation for other people. Again, you'll see this on Pinterest all the time. Instagram, people are all the way back. Find what's comfortable for you. There's no need to overextend your spine, especially as we're warming up. So much going on in this pose. I'm really feeling an amazing stretch in my back, hip flexor, upper quadricep. Really find what you need at the moment. Exhale, place the left hand down, lunge twist, gazing up at the right thumb. Exhale the right hand down, step back to plank, hold here. Exhale, lower down, come up cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, knee to nose. Place the foot between the hands. And we'll rise up, Anjaneyasana, back knee down. Again, finding what you need in this pose. Maybe your back foot is flat. Maybe the toes are tucked. Maybe you're arching your spine and gazing up. Maybe you're focusing on your right hip flexor, your sturdiness of your front foot. Find what you need in the moment. Your arms strong, your arms more relaxed, hands in prayer, hands by the ears. So much can happen in this one simple pose. Exhale, place the right arm down, left hand to the sky, twisting, twisted lunge, gazing up at the left thumb. My eyes are closed because I'm staring directly into the sun. Exhale, left arm down, press into the hands, back into plank, hold here. Exhale, lower down slowly, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Slowly walk those feet forward to the top of the mat again. And come into your forward fold, gently this time. Now take your first fingers and thumb, grab your big toe, inhale, flat back as you gaze upwards, and exhale, fold, holding those toes, folding deeply, elbows come out. Maybe your legs are a bit straighter, maybe their knees are bent. And release, halfway lift, exhale, fold, and rise up to stand with a flat back, arms overhead. Exhale, hands through prayer, Tadasana. Once more, inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, hands through prayer. This time take the right foot and step back into high lunge. You can keep your arms here or bring them up to the ears. Just a little bit more active than the crescent lunge. The next exhale, place the right arm down. Twisted lunge with the knee raised, the back knee raised. If you're more comfortable, place the knee back down. You're welcome to do a modified pose here. Gazing up at the left thumb. Make sure that the right hand is directly under the right shoulder. Get a nice, my ground's a little uneven here. I'm looking for a nice flat spot. Pressing strong into that right hand, come into side plank. Left foot comes back to meet the right. Side plank here. You can always put the right knee down, do a modified side plank, or hold here. Gazing up at the left thumb. Working on your balance. Woo, can't always keep the gaze all the way up there. Whoa, I'm not very balanced. Exhale, place the left hand down and move through a flow. Walk the feet forward to your forward fold. You can return to that yogi toe lock here, or the next move, next level, is lift up the feet, slide your palms underneath for Padahastasana. Same motion, gaze up, flatten the back as much as possible, and exhale, fold. Elbows come outward, knees are likely bent in this position, but you're striving to drive them towards straightness without overdoing it. Folding deeply, stretching the hamstrings, lower back. And lift your feet, release your hands. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. And inhale, rise up, flat back, arms overhead, gaze at the thumbs. Exhale, palms through heart center, Tadasana. Inhale, palms overhead, gazing up at the thumbs. Exhale, hands through heart center. Let's take the left foot, step back into high lunge. Then you can choose to keep your arms here in prayer or sweep them up next to the ears, reaching high, coming to a prayer position over your head, whatever is feeling right for you right now. Exhale, place the left hand down, high lunge twist, or bringing the back knee down for crescent lunge twist, gazing up at the right palm. Making sure that that front knee is staying right above the ankle, driving forward towards the front of the mat, and not bowing out to the side. Making sure that that left palm is under left shoulder, finding a nice strong position. You can roll to the outside of the left foot and come back into side plank or modified side plank. Exhale, right arm down and move through a flow once more. And I think we're pretty warmed up. I'm ready to shed a layer.
You ready for the HIIT section?
Yep.
Okay. All right, so now we're ready for the HIIT section. We're outside, so we decided to put our shoes on for this because a lot of it you don't need your mat folded or outright.
And we didn't have training shoes the entire time we were in Asia, so we didn't wear them.
But it makes it more comfortable. So if you need to pause to put your shoes on, go ahead and do so. But we're just gonna get started here. We have 2 sections of 5 exercises on 50 seconds of work, 10 seconds of rest, and we're repeating them twice each for a total of 20 minutes. All right? And it's all pretty self-explanatory, so just follow along.
What's going on with your mat?
Oh, it's folded in half. I just mentioned.
Should I do that?
Yeah, folded in half. There's only one in this first one that you'll need the mat totally folded out, so we're gonna start with it folded up in half. Okay, so the first thing we're gonna do are prisoner squat jumping jacks. And 2. That's all right.
Oh.
It's sort of like goddess pose jumping jack. Opposite elbows to opposite knees. Just a little fun twist on traditional jumping jacks. Fifteen more seconds. Turn up that volume. All right, now we're doing curtsey lunges with a squat jump in between. Okay, start with the right. Curtsey lunge, squat jump. We're doing one side at a time.
Oh.
So the next round we'll do the left side. You can start with whatever side you want, just as long as you switch it. 15 more seconds. And if you have sensitive knees, just simply omit the jumps. Just do regular stuff. Okay, now roll your mat back out. We're gonna do get-ups. So, lay all the way down. Oh, a little bit of a slow start for me. Once you get the momentum going, "15 seconds left." Okay. Whew. All right, now we're gonna do 3-way push-ups. So you can fold your mat back if you want. Wide push-up, pike push-up, narrow tricep push-up, and then back to pike push-up. Regular push-up,
Wide.
pike push-up, narrow push-up, pike push-up, Wide push-up. 15 more seconds. Pike push-up. Back to narrow. Pike. Wide. Oh, okay. Now heel click burpees. So like a regular burpee, but when you jump up, you're gonna do a heel click. So push up, heel click. Fifteen seconds left. Couple more seconds. Give me one more. Okay. Whew, back to the top. Prisoner squat jumping jacks. You don't have to, here babe, it's like 1, 2, 1, 2. 10 more seconds. Whew. Okay. Curtsey, lunge, squat jump, other side. Square hips to the front. Squat it out, jump. Mm, 15 more seconds.
Excuse me.
All right, get ups. I'm gonna make my mat bag again. And if the get-ups are too intense for you, feel free to do sit-ups. Fifteen more seconds. All right, 3-way push-ups. Regular push-up.
I thought it was wide.
Pike push-up. Narrow push-up. Wide push-up.
Oh, I thought it back to pike.
Yes. So there's pike in between each. So you can reset your arms for wide and narrow. Wide. Pike. Narrow. Plank. Wide. Just a couple more seconds. Woo. All right, heel click burpees. About 10 more seconds.
Yeah.
Whew, okay. All right. Quick pause. We're gonna go on to the second section. 5 exercises, repeated twice. Woo. All right, we're ready for the second section, starting with jugglers. 2 high knees, 2 ankle taps. Seconds. All right. 6 switch lunges, 1 squat jump. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Squat jump. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Squat jump. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Squat jump. Almost there. Woo! All right. Side plank with knee tucks. Now you can do this from your forearm or from your full side plank position. Get onto your right or left side, and you're gonna tuck your knee into your elbow. And if it's too much, just stay into side plank. The modified version is going from your forearm. Seconds. Try not to let those hips dip. Just hold it. Good job. Okay, plank jack with shoulder tap and commando plank. So I'm gonna fold mine up again. You're gonna do 2 plank jacks, 1, 2 with shoulder taps, 2 commando planks. 1, switch sides, 2 plank jacks, 1, 2, commando plank. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2.
I think I've been doing those wrong this entire series of exercises.
1.
As always,
2.
Don't watch what I'm doing.
Almost there. 1. Okay. Last one in the sequence. Tuck jump burpees. Woo. All right. Like a regular burpee. Tuck jump at the top. Again, if the tuck jump is too much, just do regular burpees. 15 more seconds. All right, back to the top, jugglers. Whew. Okay. 1. 15 seconds. Almost there. Okay. Ooh, 6 switch lunges and a squat jump. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Squat jump. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Get low with the switch lunges. 1, 2, 3, 15 seconds. 5, 6. Whew. Almost there. Woo, good job. Side plank, other side. I'm gonna keep my knee. Okay. Get steady in your side plank, whether it's from your forearms or fully extended. If you're feeling unbalanced, just stay up. It's really good for your obliques and your overall core and shoulder strength. Almost there. All right. Plank jack with shoulder taps, commando planks. 2 and 2. Stay in your plank position. 1, 2, commando. Try not to rotate in your hips as much as possible and alternate sides. If the taps are too much, just do plank jacks. Seconds. We're almost through with the HIIT section. Finish out strong. Almost there. Woo! Last one. Tuck jump burpees. Okay, here we go. Finish out strong. Fifteen more seconds. One more, guys. Give me one more. Woo! Good job. And that concludes our HIIT section.
Oh, okay. Take your time to regain control over your breath. Probably, maybe resting in child's pose or Shavasana, corpse pose, whatever you like. I like child's pose. You can bring your attention to your breath again, and even slower this time because you're regaining control over an intense, high, like aerobic state breath. Slowly lengthen your inhales and exhales. Very, very slowly. And you don't have to force yourself to regain control of your breath. Allow yourself to be out of breath. That's the idea behind a high intensity workout. Allow the time that you need to return to a slow and controlled breath. Let's come into downward facing dog and set up for pigeon. Grab any props that you might want. You know, we've talked about this before. A towel, a sweatshirt will do. Let's raise the right leg high. Actually, open up the hip. Make some small circles first. Nice hip opening. You can reverse the direction of the circles. Whew. And square the hips. Bring the knee to your nose. And now let's set up for pigeon. Taking your time to get into this pose. And slowly allowing yourself to settle in, relaxing one muscle group at a time. Maybe your hip, the outside of your right hip, the front of your left hip, your shoulders and neck, your back, bring the hands back underneath your shoulders, plant them, and let's bring the right leg high, three-legged dog, and exhale, let the foot drop down, downward facing dog. Same thing other side, raise the left leg high, open up, bending the knee, open the hip, and draw some circles in the air. This is harder for some people than others, so allow yourself to do what your body needs. I find this rather difficult and unpleasant sometimes. Square the hips back and bring the knee to the nose. Setting up for pigeon with your left leg forward. Again, maybe you need a bolster, prop, sweatshirt, towel underneath your your left hip or under your front of your right hip, but take the time to settle in. Allowing again those muscles to relax group by group. Your shoulders and head fully resting on the ground. Well, your shoulders aren't resting on the ground, but they're releasing. Your low back relaxing, and the outside of your left hip and the front of your right hip slowly relaxing more and more. Slowly rise up, bring your hands underneath you, tuck the back toes, and extend the left leg high, three-legged dog, and release that leg. Now let's just walk forward and come into a seated position, bringing the legs out in front. We'll come into a seated forward fold, Paschimottanasana. Extend the arms high, and exhale to fold, keeping the low back long, folding forward without bending the spine, folding forward from the hips, and then releasing the head. But if you can't release the head, just fold forward and feel that long stretch of the legs, reaching for maybe your shins or your feet or your toes, or down the soles of the feet, if and when that's comfortable for you. And slowly release and roll up to sit. Taking the right leg, cross over the left. You can leave the left leg extended long or tuck the left leg behind your right hip. Take your right arm behind you. Inhale the left arm high and exhale to twist, keeping those hips pointing forward as you twist. Inhaling to lengthen the spine and exhaling to twist deeply. And exhale, release. Just gentle counter twist to the left. And come back to center. Extend the legs long and shake them out. Now we'll go on the other side. Bring the right foot outside left knee. If you tucked on the other side, just did that. Other way. Left foot outside the right knee. If you tucked on the other side, bring the left foot behind your right hip. Keeping those hips pointed nice and straight forward. Bring your left hand behind. Inhale, right arm high. And exhale to twist. Inhaling to lengthen and exhale to twist. And you don't have to gaze all the way back behind. Like, I'm getting an amazing twist. My head is just about 90 degrees. But you can go for that gaze all the way over the left shoulder. It's all about what you need in this moment. No one is in your living room watching you do this yoga practice. You don't need to prove anything to anyone. And release, counter twist to the right. Let's bring the legs out in front again and just shake them out. Place the feet flat on the mat, maybe about mat width. Come back onto your hands and just do a little windshield wiper here. let's extend the legs again. Take the right foot inside the left leg. Actually, that left leg's going to come just a little diagonal off the mat. Setting up for Janushirasana B. That is where we reach long with the left arm along the left leg. And rather than folding forward over the leg, take that right arm and reach over, stretching the right side of the body long. Some advanced practitioners more than me can grab onto their left foot, But again, find what works for you. This is a really wonderful side stretch. Now we're going to kind of reverse this. Take that right arm, plant it on the ground, and come up to Stargazer. And release. Let's meet the feet in between, in the center. Tarasana. That's not a really tight triangle, but more of a diamond shape. And slowly fold forward, similar to the forward fold, keeping the back long, lower back is flat, and eventually letting the neck and head fall with a long, flat back. The head folding is the cherry on top, but your back should stay long. Keep that nice structure. Inhale, come up. Extend the right leg long. Janushirasana B on the other side. So reaching long for that right foot. You can grab your toe or just grab onto your foot. Left arm comes high and reach towards that right foot with the torso facing out. Twisting up towards the sky. Obviously not all the way up, but that's the goal. And feeling a wonderful side stretch along the left side body. Making sure that that left hip isn't coming off the ground to get the arm closer. You let that left hip have some weight and gently reach down towards the ground, lengthening the left side body. And again, take that left arm down, and we're going to come into Stargazer, driving the hips skyward, right arm extends long. And exhale, release. One more time, meeting in Tarasana. Inhale, long, flat back, and exhale, fold forward. Last thing is to release the head. Inhale, come up, and let's plant the hands, do a little more windshield wiper. And we did some plank and ab work in the yoga warm-up. Let's come into Navasana, boat pose. So find a balancing point on your sits bones, on your rear, and you can bring the legs perpendicular to the ground, parallel to the ground, and arms extend, palms facing up. Feel the tightening of your core, your abs. Next level is to point the toes, straighten the legs, staying in the same position. This is plenty of workout right here. It's going to hold here. A couple more breaths. On your next exhale, lower down, not all the way. Inhale back up to Navasana. Exhale, lower. Inhale, Navasana. One more time, exhale, lower. Inhale, Navasana. And now just release slowly onto the back. Plant the feet,
come into a bridge pose. Make sure you can just about touch your toes with the heels. Toes point forward, knees point forward. Ground through the shoulders and the feet. Work your arms underneath and drive the hips skyward. Exhale, release vertebrae by vertebrae. And windshield wiper the legs. And one more round, planting the feet. If a wheel is in your practice, be my guest. It's been a struggle for me recently. Drive the hips skyward, knees point forward, toes point forward, feet grounding, shoulders grounding, and the interlaced palms pushing down. And exhale, release, and windshield wiper the legs. Let's have a bit of a twist. Bring the knees up to a sort of a ball fetal position. Move the hips just slightly to the left and allow the knees to fall to the right. And you can cactus your arms, or you can spread them out in a T. You can gaze skyward or over the left shoulder. You can also place your hand on the outside of that left knee. Inhale, come back to center. Plug those knees in and just rock side to side. Other side. Just lift the hips up slightly, bring them to the left. Allow the knees, to the right. Allow the knees to fall to the left. Gazing up or over the right shoulder. Whatever is most comfortable. Let's do an inversion if you like, a little shoulder stand. Using sort of a triangle of your two elbow points and the shoulder girdle to support you, not your neck. The neck is just resting on the ground. There's no weight in the neck. Shavasana, making yourself comfortable, spreading out, letting your legs splay to the sides, your arms fall where they may, releasing the control of your breath. Just breathe naturally. Release all expectations for what you need to do later, how you perform today, what you could do better. Just allow those thoughts to float away.
about those muscles that you identified in the beginning of the practice. How do they feel now? Warm, stretched, relaxed, tired, better, worse? Just notice those things. Allow your awareness to come flowing back. Take a few deep breaths in through the nose. Release your mouth. In through the nose. Sigh out the mouth. One more deep breath in. And release. Thank you for joining us again today. It's a beautiful spring day. Grateful to be here and for your sharing of our practice. Hope that we brought you